call a spade a spade. He's been hooping. In his last 9 games, he's averaging 23 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists,
Wow.
2 stocks on 52% from the field and 52.5% from 3. He's on shooting splits of 50, 50, 80. 85, technically, he's shooting 87% from the line.
Impressive.
He's 6th in the league in total plus minus at plus 9.9.
Overall or just
Overall.
in the last 9 games?
Last 9 games.
Okay.
In total. Oh, no, overall, sorry.
Overall. That's good.
So it is very good.
Very impressive, Josh.
Since All-Star break, I think he's averaging like 25, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. I mean, he's been on a rampage throughout the past couple of weeks. There's 3 players in the NBA this season that have scored 400-plus points and have 400-plus assists. It's LeBron James, it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Josh Giddey. Like, that's insane.
That actually is crazy company to be in.
That's nasty work.
That's crazy.
It's actually,
so, like, underrated, I feel like.
It's
Man
just
gets the job done.
He's going to get paid. It should have been so fun if he worked out on OKC like his first year and didn't get into that trouble, because he's probably the perfect piece they need on that team.
I wouldn't.
I think it's
say
better
that.
without him, to be honest.
Yeah,
but it's a nice piece to have. Better than Caruso. He's been doing a lot better than Caruso.
not
But
really.
it's a
'cause
different role.
Caruso fits. Caruso filled the need that they had. Like they needed POA. They needed POA defense. Josh Giddey's not a good defender. Let's be honest.
We know that.
And the thing is, it's like SGA is your primary ball handler. Josh Giddey needs to be on ball.
Very true.
So trading him allowed Caruso to not only come off the bench and give you that Bruce Brown role of being a 3-and-D, perimeter guy. This now allows spacing, right? You can start Lou Dort. You can start Isaiah Joe. You could start Aaron Wiggins, the savior of basketball.
Right.
Like this man, like basketball was an endangered species until Aaron Wiggins came to the NBA.
takes.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy take.
So, but I mean, as far as Chicago, there's really not much to talk about them. They're going to blow it up.
Right.
They're not. I mean, they're
What's
already.
the record over the last 9?
I think
They are
It's a good question.
5-4.
Okay.
Really? Okay,
So,
it's
They're on a
not
3-game
terrible.
winning streak.
I need them to keep winning so we can get our lottery odds better, which they are. We're in the top 5 now.
Yeah, they are.
So we're on the hunt for Coop.
Look, if Josh keeps playing like this, they might keep on winning.
They probably
So-
will.
Well, listen, I mean, everyone but Josh Giddey and Coby White's probably going to be traded.
Yeah, I mean, Coby White's playing out of his freaking mind.
They both are playing great.
Yeah, that's the backcourt.
What about Lonzo?
He's been okay.
Lonzo just signed an extension a couple weeks ago. I think he's got like an ankle injury or something.
Okay.
He's missed some time, but Lonzo's been playing fine.
He's been okay,
Right.
yeah.
There's not really much that he needs to do.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
team with no
Wait,
expectations.
I'm sorry, this is a little off topic. I saw a video of LeVar Ball,
yeah.
and he has no foot.
Yes, he got his foot
Yeah, he
in.
got
He
his
got
foot
his
in.
foot
What
in.
happened?
They just said it was a health they said
Really
it was a
bad health
issue.
problem.
Yeah.
They didn't say what it was.
That's actually sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways,
He's in great spirits though.
yeah, I
Yeah.
saw him. He looked
So,
happy.
yeah, as long as he's happy, that's all that matters.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, and look, I mean, I have some other metrics here. Since March 2nd, the Chicago Bulls are the 3rd ranked team in pace, which is actually
Wow.
insane considering Josh Giddey kind of plays at a slower pace.
Does he though?
Yeah, I don't think he moves at like that kind of fast pace like a lot of like
Well,
Coby White plays fast.
All right, so fast pace and fast players, two completely different things. You can be a fast player but play at a slow pace. Slow pace.
Yeah.
Right. Or you can be a very slow player and play at a fast pace.
Right.
I think that's him. I think
Co-
he's a fast pace,
think-
but he's slow.
I think Coby White kind of amplifies that more.
He probably does.
Because Coby White, fast player,
He is.
fast
And-
place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pace.
fast place. But it's just so tough with this Bulls team because it's just like I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah.
Because like Josh Giddey's playing good, but like the Bulls suck,
Yeah.
and it's just like there's no expectations. When there were expectations last year, he crumbled up like a biscuit.
Right.
So it's just I don't know how to feel about it. But like I said, got to give bro credit. He's playing really good basketball as of late.
Yeah.
And maybe the Bulls can build something with him and Coby White backcourt. I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, they could. I mean, Buzelis as well looks pretty decent. Io DeSumo is still there.
He's a good player.
They could move up a lot of guys in offseason and get some good, I guess, young talent picks, and then they could be kind of in a rebuild without having a really good starting 5. They got rid of Levine and DeMar. We know that.
So is Giddy? Well, first of all, the reason why Giddy's playing good is because Levine's not there anymore, and he has the ball in his hands a whole lot more. That's number one. So now we get to see what he can do when he has the ball, and good things are happening.
We're also playing Coby White off ball, which does help because he was running point a lot. But Josh Giddey can also play a little bit off ball. He's kind of a combo guard.
So they're both kind of combo guards.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
I think the future of this backcourt's heavily predicated on the lottery. Because if you get the 3rd pick in the draft and Ron Harper Jr. is available, or Dylan Harper, sorry, whatever the fuck. If Dylan Harper is available, then it's like a no-brainer.
Yeah. You definitely go with Dylan Harper for sure.
Exactly, yeah. Dylan Harper's the clear better point guard. And if we're trying to go at the lottery based on narratives, right? Get Cooper Flagg to Brooklyn, right? Whoever wants to get, whatever at 2, and then you get Ron Harper's son on the Bulls. Like, it makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, you'd probably shop Josh Giddey. Oh, I mean, he's a free agent, so you could sign and trade is what I meant.
He's an RFA.
Sign and trade for sure. That would be nice.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the situation
but
surrounding
they're winning
him.
games, so are they going to even get Dylan?
Like I said, the Hawks lost the play-in and somehow managed to get Reece Shea.
Yeah.
The Pelicans finished with the worst lottery odds in 2019, still managed to get Zion. So
True.
It's possible. The Nets finished, I think, like 11th in the East last year, and we gave the Rockets the 3rd pick in the draft.
Yeah.
So it's just how it plays out. There was a lot of speculation regarding what Paul George was going to do after Joel Embiid was ruled out for the season, dealing with all the knee injuries and just his body being banged up, out of shape, all that stuff. So the Post says the following. Following consultations with specialists as part of his treatment plan, Paul George has received injections in both his left adductor muscle and his left knee. Following the procedure, George is medically unable to play and will be out for at least 6 weeks. Further updates on his recovery will be provided as appropriate. So the only difference between this statement and the last one is that it wasn't bold. So, clearly the Sixers don't care as much about Paul George with his injury update. But, obviously this has been a disastrous season, more ways than one for this man. I kind of feel bad considering, he was once insane in his prime, and then this whole debacle with his contract stuff in the offseason. So just real quick, any thoughts regarding this?
Listen, this may or may not be a bold prediction of mine.
Shoot.
Why
So
always?
we're going to leave this for the bold prediction.
All right, so Gio, what are your thoughts then?
On this,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Paul George, outstanding player, used to be. This year, not. My guess is because of the injuries. Maybe this is why, or maybe it's because there's a unexpectedly heavy load that he had to carry this year, and mentally and physically it got to him. So I don't know. Hopefully we get a bounce back. Maybe that's what his bold prediction is, that Paul George will bounce back.
Maybe.
But,
you never know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's unfortunate the way this whole Sixers, they were like one of the best off seasons that we graded back in August.
Yeah.
So, because they did everything. I mean, you got Paul George for giving up nothing. So, that should have been a win. But to make matters worse, Embiid was not healthy. Obviously, he wasn't healthy. Tyrese Maxey's been insanely unhealthy and inefficient this season. And, I said this a few weeks ago about Najee Marshall. Quentin Grimes, get ready to learn all-star, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he just dropped 46 points last night in their overtime loss to the Rockets. So, I saw a lot of rumors and circulations. The Nets will be highly on his tail in the offseason.
Oh,
And we have the salary cap to give him 4 years for $80 million. I would gladly do that.
Beautiful.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's worth
Grimes?
that.
He'll probably get upwards of
Is he
60.
worth
Because
that?
the thing is, we have the 41 mil off the books from Ben Simmons. We need someone to get us up to the salary floor. We're already going to re-sign Cam Thomas for just a little bit more than that, probably like 22 mil per year. So if we get Quentin Grimes even for less than that, I will gladly take it.
They play the same position, though. It's awful. You can't have them off the bench.
Well, that's the thing is, if we don't get a point guard, then obviously they both could play. Quentin Grimes can play the 3 in some instances, but he would probably come off the bench.
Going back to the equivalent of the 76ers, but in the West, it's the New Orleans Pelicans. Trey Murphy III is going to be out for the rest of the season. After yesterday, he tore his labrum and his rotator cuff in his right shoulder after he dove for a loose ball. So the video, he rolled onto his back. His arm got caught between Asar Thompson and kind of jerked back awkwardly. And that's it for him. I mean, this is the best player they've had all year. He's former first-round pick. Best player they had all year. Was averaging career highs in 21, 5, and 5. Really good shooter. Just really good improvement this year. He probably was in the conversation for most improved player if Cade Cunningham didn't, go off this year. But he'll be back next year, presumably. But this is the best player. Again, everybody's getting the roundabout in New Orleans at the injury merry-go-round. Right now, the only one that's not been injured all year is probably
Nope.
Yves Missi.
Yves Missi's been the only one.
Yves Missi, their rookie.
Yeah.
Everyone's been injured this year.
Because he's been the only player they've been monitoring minutes for. He's the one not playing a bunch of, 30, 40-minute games. So, yeah, it's just super unfortunate. I mean, this franchise is cursed. We're going to keep saying it until it stops happening because he was having such a breakout season. He was playing outstanding. This is his third straight season of making 153s. So it's so unfortunate, man. But this means that now a lot more offensive load pause is going to be put onto Zion's shoulders. We're about to see, can his body hold up with it?
And possibly like Jordan Hawkins. He was having a big start to the season.
He's a good player, but like if you're talking about usage rate, he's just going to take more like stand-up threes. Zion's going to be doing a lot of the ball handling, a lot of the facilitating, a lot of driving and post-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, next year, if they're all healthy, this is a really good-looking team, especially if Trey Murphy comes back. He's one of my favorite players up and coming. I think he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's got massive upside.
He's going to be really good. Herb Jones, we'll see when he comes back. But like I said, next year, this team, when healthy, should be top 5 in the West. Hopefully.
That's in a perfect world. Because it's New Orleans, you have to dock them back a few spots because they can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So, do you have any thoughts on this, Gio, before we dive into our bold predictions?
I mean, hopefully what's his name? I was gonna say Trey Murphy.
Trey Murphy.
Yeah, it's his name.
Trey Murphy. Okay, I don't know. Hopefully he gets healthy. Because his torn labrum that could lead to a bunch of just shoulder dislocations in the future.
Yeah.
A bunch of my friends, they tore their labrum, and once that happened, they dislocate their shoulder constantly throughout their lives. So hopefully he gets that stabilized, and he'll be healthy for the future.